Hey everyone, it's JoJo, and here's to do my July favorites. Right at the end of July. Okay, so we're gonna start with Bath and Body Works products, of course. Then makeup, TV shows, movies. Okay, so of course at Bath and Body Works, the 4th of July staple is Firecracker Pop. So of course I used it up in the candle. This literally smelled like my whole room and house smelled like a cherry ice pop, a very sweet candy cherry ice pop. It was so delicious. I love it in the candle. Absolutely love it. And you know the keynotes to this: red cherry, fresh citrus, juicy berry. It's delicious, and I love this packaging. Of course, the mist. This is the fragrance I have on today. Let Me Firecracker Pop. It's so good. Oh, such a good cherry summer scent. Also, the hand soap. I love this US packaging for the hand soap, so I had to use up the hand soap. I'm actually currently using this up right now. So this is absolutely delicious. This has been my soap for all of July. Okay, and then next is Pink Watermelon Blast. I love too. Such a nice, juicy, sweet watermelon scent for summertime. It's another good, like, barbecue scent for summertime, going out for, fun days in the sun. Also, Ariel. Okay, so I've been loving Ariel from the Disney collection, but of course, I love Ariel. I've been using this mist all the time. Sea Salt Breeze Golden. Oh, I didn't read you the. Sorry. Juicy Pink Watermelon Sugar Strawberry Blossoms Lime Zest. And of course, Ariel Sea Salt Breeze Golden Citrus and Coral Waters. This is like such a nice, refreshing, summertime, ocean, aquatic scent. Ugh. Love this. And of course the shower gel I've been using in the shower. This has been saving me on those very hot summer days. Using this in the shower, really, like, it's so refreshing. It's literally like you're literally taking a dip in the ocean. So Ariel, I love in the shower gel. And then the candle I've been melting as well. And this is a little bit of a sweeter version than the body care. The lemon comes out more on the candle, but still aquatic. Okay, and that's it for Bath and Body Works. So now let's do makeup. The only makeup item, girl, is this lipstick from ColourPop called Ariel. Just the Ariel from the Disney Princess collection. I've been loving this nude. This is like a beigey brown nude, nice for summer days. And this is, of course, as I said, in the shade Ariel. I love with the seashells and the seahorses, girl. So I went with the mist. I've been wearing the mist fragrance with the lipstick, girl. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to do TV shows and movies. Okay, so first we'll do TV shows, The King Queens. I talked about it last month, but I want to say I finished the show. It was so funny. I thought Ben Stiller's father, who plays the father, Leah Remini's father in the show, was so funny. As I said, The King Queens is based in Queens, even though they filmed it in LA. The scenery and the clips that they show in the episodes are in Queens, like literally right in my neighborhood. And yeah, I thought the Ben Stiller's father, the guy, he was funny. Leah Remini was funny. It was a cute Italian like couple. Kevin James is hilarious. It's a very funny show. I didn't like the ending. I thought the last episode was kind of weird. I don't know. I thought they ended it kind of odd. The father went off to marry this random girl, and then they went off to China to adopt a child, and then while they were in China, Leah Remini was like, "Oh no, I'm actually pregnant." It was a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't feeling that ending, but the show in general was really, really good. Of course, I had favorite episodes and favorite seasons. I love the episode with the neighbors, with the pool when they got the pool in. When they went away for the weekend to that like little getaway hotel or something, and they were what was it? I don't know. Like the theme was apples, so it was like an apple. Like the hotel was very like apples was their brand. And yeah, that was a fun episode. I love like the episode with the mold in the house. That was funny. What else? There was so many good episodes. When his work went on strike, those were good episodes. Oh, the food episode when he was obsessed with that girl's food. Oh my god, that was so funny. There was so many good episodes. So many. I liked one of the Thanksgiving episodes where like there was this guy who was was outside and he wanted to use the phone, and they didn't want Leah Remini didn't want him to come inside to use to stay in the house, so she left him outside while they were having Thanksgiving dinner inside. He was like waiting outside in the rain. It was so funny. It was a really good show. It was really funny. It was good. I really enjoyed the sitcom. Okay. Now we're gonna do movies. Okay, so Final Destination, the new Final Destination movie, The Bloodlines, such a good movie. It was definitely my favorite Final Destination, which is odd because normally the originals of movies are always the best, but this sequel of Bloodlines was the best. I'm so glad they did this one. This is their best one. The last few were horrendous. I didn't like the one with the race cars, and there was another one before that. The bridge one was okay, but I didn't like the race car one. I did love the roller coaster movie. I would say the Bloodlines and the roller coaster one are like my two favorites, and the airplane one's good. The highway one, I don't know. I used to like the highway one when they're on the highway and that cliff that is like a really famous meme now of like the wood blocks on the truck. That one I loved as a kid, but now I watched it again recently and I just wasn't feeling that one as much. I definitely think the best ones was the airplane one, the roller coaster, and this newest one, the Bloodlines. So good. I mean, the thing is, the premise of the movies are obviously like someone has a vision, they see into the future, they see their own death, and then they obviously stop it from happening, and then they live on. But then death itself is out to get them because they weren't supposed to live. So it's a really good, and this one is really good. It's like, it was like this woman back in the 50s saved this whole group of people up on this huge, that was heart-wrenching. That whole scene when they're up in the sky, that Skyview restaurant up in the sky, oh my god, my heart. My biggest fear is heights. That's my biggest fear in life. My biggest fear. It was absolutely heart-wrenching. Of course the deaths are very graphic and shocking. Like there's some really shocking, crazy moments. I mean, I'll tell you a couple now. Well, the whole scene in the hospital with what the hell was one of the cousins or something, had allergic reaction to peanuts, and they wanted him to have it so they can bring him back to life and then skip death or something. I don't know what the motive was of the scene. And like this thing came in the hospital, this like magnetic force field came on and like took the guy with the piercings, and all his piercings came out. It was so, oh my god. The deaths, they really took it there for the deaths. Like they normally always do, but this one they took it even further. Like it was like in your face, blood, gore, crazy, shocking deaths. It was like unbelievable. And of course the man that has reprised this role, that black guy, I forgot his name. He was struggling. He was really coming down with cancer while he was filming the movie. And right after he filmed the movie, he actually did die in real life. So yeah, it was an interesting, really good story, really good movie. The whole family is trying to, in today's, in present day, 2025, they're trying to escape death. They know that death is out to get their family. So it's really good. Really, really good. I also watched the Paul Rubin documentary on HBO Max. That was very interesting because, he played Pee Wee Herman. I did enjoy that Pee Wee Herman movie growing up. He made this character. We all know he was gay, but he never officially really came out. He never officially came out as gay. So, like, we all were, like, wondering, like, we all were like, well, he's gay, but he's single, so is he ever going to come out? He explained it in the documentary. So he filmed this documentary in 2023, right before he died. So he died in 2023, and he filmed this literally right before he died in 2023. So, yeah, and he basically was talking about his whole life from the beginning, since this, from the day he was born. He talked about the 70s, how he fell in love with this guy, and it was a secret. He kept it a secret for years. That was the first time he ever spoke of it. It was in that documentary. He was in love with this guy, and he actually died of AIDS in the 80s, and he broke it off with him because he wanted to focus on his career. He knew if he came out as gay and whatever, he wasn't going to fulfill what's the word? He wasn't going to fulfill his dream of being an actor if he came out as gay because he knew being gay was looked down upon, especially back in that day. So, yeah, he kept it a secret. He never came out. He stood strong to that. I mean, for years and years and years, he stayed in the closet. And he did go and visit the guy in the hospital when he came down with AIDS. He did. And that was the first, when he was talking about that guy who died, his boyfriend, that was the first time, the only time I ever saw him in that documentary crying. Like, he had tears in his eyes, and it really got to him. I think he regrets breaking it off with him and how everything went and everything. He probably regrets leaving it, and you know, he had a great career, but he regrets obviously not exploring who he was, and he kept himself hidden, which I get why he did. I mean, listen, society, Hollywood, people in general are very judgmental, and he was Pee Wee Herman. He was a kid character. Yeah, was very flamboyant and gay, but his character, Pee Wee Herman, was never gay. He was always, like, I guess, into the girls on his show or the movie. And he knew if he came out in real life, the actor, you know, maybe families wouldn't bring their kids to the Pee Wee Herman show, and that's probably the truth, you know, sadly. So, yeah, but throughout the years, and he did get arrested a couple times. One time he exposed himself, and I forgot what the other time was, but and then yeah, at the end he came down with cancer. He even in the documentary, he was like really like, I don't trust a lot of people. He said, I don't even trust the people that's creating this documentary series. He's like, he was trying to make jokes that try to, like, I don't know, he kept like joking around and not taking it seriously, but I think it's because he uses humor to try to get out of, like, feeling awkward in awkward situations. He uses humor to get out of it. And he didn't trust the people, and he kind of cut the documentary short. At the end of it, he was like, I don't want to finish this because I don't know how you're going to portray me and whatever. So he actually did not finish the documentary. He did film a couple minutes the day he died, or the day before he died. He filmed an audio of the day before he died of him just talking about how he's sorry and he apologizes for not telling the world and being true to himself for those many years. He should have been honest with everyone, but he still loved his fans, and, you know, he kept his cancer a secret. He died of cancer. He kept that a secret. And he even kept it a secret in the documentary. Like, he did not speak about it at all. So no one knew until he actually came down with cancer. He was literally on his deathbed. So yeah, he had that last little message the day before he died. Didn't really even show his face. He was just like recording the room, and he was talking in the background. He was just like, I'm sorry, but, you know, it's time for me to leave. I did find love the last few months of my life, thank God. You know, I'm appreciative of that. And he did. I mean, he said, and was spoken about, that he did finally, after all these years, finally had a boyfriend the last few months of his life. So he was single his whole life. Since the last time in the 70s with that guy, he stayed single his whole life till then, until 2023. It was very sad. But he knew he had no choice. You know, he knew being gay and just all that was looked down upon. He didn't want to deal with that, and he just wanted to focus on his career and his acting, and he thought if he came out as gay, people would not hire him. So it's very sad. It's very, very sad. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my July favorites. Yes, that is it. That's all I watched until Snow White. I did watch Snow White. Girl, I'm gonna just talk about this for a second. Snow White is not on my favorites. I did not like the movie. However, it came on Disney Plus, and I did watch it this month, and it was horrible. It was horrible. I don't know what they were thinking with that. I cringed. I don't know why they made Snow White Latina. I have no idea why. Snow White is literally the reason why her name's Snow White is because her skin is white as snow. They tried to make it like, oh, well, you know, she's Snow White now because she survived a bitter snowstorm as a child. But no, I mean, it was stupid to make her Latina. I don't get why. They should have kept her white. I don't get why they want to be so inclusive with all these characters. I think they could have easily made a new character, made her Spanish in the movie. They didn't have to make Snow White Latina. I didn't get the whole storyline with the father leaving on his little voyage for years, and then he's finally coming back. You know, Snow White's waiting for him to come back all these years later. And yeah, it just didn't make sense. It didn't make sense at all. The whole thing with her waiting for her father. It's like he's been gone for 10 years. Like, do you think he's still alive? Like, it just was like, obviously he either abandoned you or he's gone, you know? Um, and the evil queen, like she had an accent too. She was another ethnicity, and she was trying to do her one-liners in an accent, and it just did not land. The dwarfs being CGI and computerized was really weird because they had an actually little person in the movie. So there was a little person. I don't even know. It was like some new character, some kind of hunt, someone in the forest. And I'm like, it's weird looking at this where they have the dwarf CGI computerized, but then they actually have this little person, another character. I'm like, he could have easily been one of the dwarfs. I don't get it. It's different when you do CGI computerize an animal like Abu in Aladdin, or like the fish in Little Mermaid, like Flounder, Sebastian. But then to computerize dwarfs, they could have easily been little people. It just, I don't know. The whole thing was weird. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. A couple of songs were cute. The Waiting on the Wish song is cute. But the movie didn't make sense. It was stupid. The kissing scene at the end when they had that kissing scene when the guy kisses Snow White to wake her up was so anticlimactic. He barely even grazed her lips. I don't know what the hell they were thinking with this movie. I can get why it did so bad in the box office. It just was not good. So yeah. By the way, I still haven't seen Lilo and Stitch. I want to see that. I'm waiting for Disney Plus for that too to come out. But I do want to see that movie. But yeah, that is my July favorites. And again, Snow White was not in my July favorites. I just wanted to mention it because I did see that this month. But yeah, that was my July. Let me know what you love this July. Sorry about the AC. I know I had the AC on the whole time. It's just really brutally hot today, girl. We're in the depths of summer, so I have to keep the AC on. It is what it is. So the AC was on the whole video. But listen, it is what it is. I have to keep cool. I'm not, I have a full face of makeup on. I don't want it to melt off, girl. Anyways, side note, right? Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed my July favorites. Let me know what you've been loving all of July, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.